How's it going, guys? This is Delta Admire here. This is my first video ever on this YouTube channel. Well, I guess that's pretty obvious. That can be seen, right? But yeah, I guess in this first video, I'll kind of like go over my start in Pokemon and whatnot, and kind of like what my views for the channel are, kind of what my thoughts on like the Pokemon hobby and whatnot. Primarily, this channel is going to be about cards because although, I do enjoy the anime and whatnot, I'm more of like a guy that, is more centered, more focused around the cards. So, yeah, let's get into my history. Why not, right? So, I grew up during the original EX era. So, you had like Ruby, Sapphire, all those sets, and then eventually my favorite set of all time, EXL to Species. I still remember it to this day. I walked in the KB Toys with my mom after, a bunch of kids on the school bus would like keep asking, oh, do you have Pokemon cards? Do you have Pokemon cards? And then I get the class, oh, do you have Pokemon cards? I was like, no, I mean, I don't. So eventually, I got a pack, and I'll never forget, it was the Metagross artwork pack. And that's kind of where I started collecting. Interestingly enough, I did watch the original anime, like with, Ash, Pikachu, Misty, Brock, but I watched a lot of the different eras. I watched all throughout, probably up to, I think I stopped about like X and Y, because I don't know, it was kind of like getting around that age that, unfortunately, like if kids saw you or heard you were, like in the Pokemon, it would be kind of like, they'd look at you a bit weird. But now I'm at the age that I kind of do whatever I want. I'm an adult, so that's kind of like what happened in terms of the anime. Now, in terms of the cards, I had a few wild collections. So at one point, I actually had every single gold star. And unfortunately, my childhood, I kind of moved around a lot, and I ended up losing a lot of my childhood cards. So it wasn't something I was very happy about, but like kind of like, what can you do in certain circumstances, right? Life happens. So then I started collecting again. That was during the Diamond and Pearl era. Started again. that collection I had to lose again. And then let's see. Then I think I just kind of like more or less gave up with collecting for a bit. I had started like middle school, or no, was it? Yeah. I started middle school and then high school, and I think the next set that I started collecting was Primal Clash, and I made sure I still have like a sealed Primal Clash booster box to this day, actually, kind of just to be like that little placeholder. And in terms of my collection, I kind of do it that way, right? Like I kind of collect what's important to me and what I like. I'm not really like one of these people that are out here like chasing all the different cards and stuff. But there's a lot of cool cards, honestly. And if you see my Instagram, I know that's should be pinned in the description of this channel. I think that's how it works. But yeah, like you'll see that I have like even comic cards. I'll put up on my my Instagram and just celebrate them, because the way I've seen it, I've always seen it. It's like, if I like a card, I like a card. Doesn't really matter how rare it is. Doesn't matter if this is like the most popular Pokemon or not. And that kind of leads me to my next point about this channel. I'm not going to be here really like, talking bad about Pokemon. Like, I know nowadays it's so trendy and it's so cool for people to just really like talk bad about the new gen, and just talk bad about the Pokemon that aren't in the original 151. And it's part of the reason I started making this channel, because that really bothers me, because I am one of the people that, I grew up during I told you, the EX era, but I still did have like base set cards when I was growing up and whatnot. Like the shop I'd go to, they had Neo Destiny and stuff like that. So I did see all these cards, and I will admit, for a certain point in time, I'd say, yeah, so I did start Primal Clash, and let's see, I'd say during maybe like Sun and Moon era, I would say I was listening a bit too much to some of the YouTubers that were like talking down on modern at the time. They're like, oh yeah, like nothing's as good as vintage. Vintage is just the best. There's nothing like it. Despite, all the like really cool cards coming out at the time. And thankfully I stopped listening to them. And for that, I'm definitely thankful for people like Opossum Bud and let's see, definitely J Love. That helped snap me out of it. J Love also helped me, start playing the game, which you see in the background of this video. I'm playing online, which is pretty obvious, but yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at this channel. I'm not one of those people that are going to like talk bad. I actually like when people have like different tastes, different Pokemon that they like. I can never hate on a Pokemon, but at times, it is kind of tiring hearing about Charizard. It's just tiring. It's not that I don't like Charizard. I don't think it's the best, but we all have our opinions. My favorite Pokemon is actually Deoxys. Was tied with Lugia at a certain point in time. At least for legendaries. But yeah, so you're never gonna have to worry about me like doing any of that stuff or, like disrespecting the current gen. Another point I want to bring up is I really like Terra Pokemon. I enjoy them. I played through Scarlet and Violet. I love the hacking of the game. I still play the game all the time. I'm online, I'm battling, I'm doing double battles, in ranked and whatnot. And, I really like it because to me the Terra is really similar to the Delta species. They had the different typings. And I think that's something that people are going to learn to appreciate later on. And that's another thing that I'll probably make a video about at a certain point in time. But, it's another staple of this channel, so that's why I'm talking about it now. And, yeah, I'm just really going to try to enjoy this channel. I really want to meet, other fans that truly enjoy Pokemon. Like, they're not just here for the money and stuff like that. Because, I have come across people, and it's refreshing when you talk and hang out with someone that actually likes the cards. Like, they're not just saying, oh, what's the price of this one, what's the price of this one, what's the price of that one. And when I do openings on this channel, I'm going to show the pull rates. I'm not going to show the price because, as a collector, I'm more kind of hyped about the pull rates. I'm not I'm not sitting there like, oh, I need to get this price, like not this price, I'm sorry, I need to get this card because the price is exploding. It's like, I'm the type of person that, like, if I see a card exploding and I don't have the card, I'm mad, but I'm mad because I don't own it. And I wanted to own the thing, not I could have owned it and sold it. Like, no, that's not what my thought process is. And I feel like we have too much of that nowadays in this hobby. Like, there's, oh, man, I don't know. It could just get tiring. I realize I kind of am rambling a bit. Hopefully this isn't, like, completely boring. I don't know. Maybe there's people that like it. But yeah, it's kind of like what I'm thinking in terms of this channel. I'm also thinking, like, for other people that play the TCG online, I'd love to play with you guys. And I could add you on the app, or let's see. I mean, recently I started playing on the phone, but I usually just play on my Mac. Like, it's fun. And if you haven't played the game, I recommend playing it, especially if you open packs. The cool thing is, you can just go in, put in the code card, and you get to open some packs as well, which is pretty fun and kind of helps me as well as someone that's trying to save a bit of money right now. So it's great, just being able to play it online, open packs, and it's way more fun than I realized. I wish I played it more growing up. I tried playing with my sister when I first started getting cards, Like, I remember I had a base set, not base set 2, I had a base set, like one of the theme decks that you used to play the game, and we were just completely playing it wrong. Like, we were kind of like making up our own rules on the attacks and the cards. I mean, hey, we were kids, right? It's fun. But yeah, now that I play it, I'm like, shoot, this is really fun. It's cool because, kind of like anything with Pokemon, you get your own creative edge on what's going on. So yeah, highly recommend it. And again, like, if you guys want to play, comment down below, probably like username or something like that. And yeah, I'm gonna try to, reply. I mean, this is my first video. I'm talking like I'm gonna have 1,000,000 views or something. But yeah, comment down below and I'll get to it. I'll add you. And yeah, we get some good games in. Same thing with Scarlet and Violet. I still play Wi-Fi battles all the time, especially smart double battles. To be honest, I haven't been enjoying those a lot. I'll like shiny hunt and try to put together some good teams. But yeah, like I said, primarily, this channel's gonna be focused on the cards. I'm very excited for the era win right now. Like I said, I grew up in the original EX era. That was my thing. So considering that we're back in that with the lowercase EX, I know might sound a little dumb to some people. You're like, oh, you're excited that it says lowercase EX. We already had uppercase EX like not that long ago. But yeah, it is exciting to me, and it's a big of a deal to me, the lowercase EX. But it's finally back. So in terms of my collection goals, man, I've been trying to collect like literally every single EX that comes out. Doesn't even matter if it's just, like the standard. And I personally, I do like the EXs where it's not really like a full art, but it's kind of just, kind of looks a little bit like the classics. But of course, I'm also a sucker for the special illustration EXs. Those are so cool, in my opinion. Like those things hit. But yeah, so I think I'll be able to find like my crowd, my group, in terms of YouTube, people that enjoy my videos. So we'll see. Let's see, in the gameplay footage I have here, I think I was getting washed this game, to be honest with you. Like I know there was or was it, man, I'm sorry. I was kind of talking. I wasn't really paying attention to the video. This is like gameplay I recorded ahead of time. But yeah, so I guess feel free to follow me on Instagram. Feel free to comment down below. And I don't, genuinely, like it would be cool to find other people, like I said, that just genuinely enjoy collecting cards, genuinely enjoy the game, genuinely just understand that there's going to be the sets that you grew up with, which, in my case would be the EX era. Like I said, I keep saying that, I'm beating the dead horse at this point. But a lot of people don't understand that maybe they're not as connected with the newer gens because, well, they didn't really grow up with it. So they're not going to have as much nostalgia for it. And they didn't get as familiar with the Pokemon and stuff like that. So, just me personally, like if someone's trying to comment on the new gen and they haven't even played the games and they haven't even watched the anime, I'm sorry, like I don't think they really have, excuse me, I don't think they really have much of a presence to be, talking about, oh, this Pokemon's good, this one's bad, this one's like please, just enjoy what you like. Don't try to force other people to like what you like, and don't go and talk bad about what other people like. That's something you're not going to find on this channel, for sure. But, yeah. Gosh, I'm really rambling on, aren't I? Gosh, I feel kind of bad. Hopefully this isn't too bad. Hopefully this isn't too long either. I know I'm planning for this video to be about 15-ish minutes. So, we will see. Yeah. So, I guess let's see. I guess I could also talk about a little more about my collecting goals, my collection. So I want to also have one of every single pack from the EX era. I still have 2 sealed EX Delta species. I have 2 sealed EX Crystal Guardians. I have a long crimp base set pack. I have a first edition Gym Challenge pack. Let's see what else. I have a Call Legend pack. I have Fossil Blisters, actually, which is pretty nuts. I have 2 of those still sealed. Like I kind of prioritized the sealed collection when I started getting back into Pokemon after, losing, gosh, countless cards that I don't know if I'll ever be able to get again because they're just so expensive nowadays. So, but yeah, it's kind of kind of where I am in terms of collection. I just have like a lot of like kind of like rare packs sealed from the XRI Pollen Phantoms. Let's see. I've got a theme deck actually from base set that's still sealed. I have a theme deck of, EX Delta species. And yeah, so I will definitely show my collection at some point. But I have a feeling that this video is a bit long. Thank you for anyone that's, stuck through it with me. And yeah, a sub would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for, even spending just a second on this video. It's a big deal to me, and I don't take it for granted. So just wanted to say that. Thank you so much, and have a great one.